I want to talk about the first time I ever met Booker Huffman, better known as Booker T. So there was a gentleman who would come to my high school who would he started like this program for mostly the black and Hispanic uh, teenage youth. This man right here, his name was Doctor William Henry King. He had started like a how do you say? He started like a program in at my high school that had to do with like basically just instilling in the brains of young teenage Black American and Hispanic American teenagers about what their future was and what was possible for them once they decided to leave high school. I bet a lot of a lot of youth don't, a lot of Black American teenage youth don't know that you can do things outside of the statistically stereotyped things that are out there for us. You don't have to go and go play basketball or football or be a rapper, um, and whatever else stereotypical statistic there was for a kid who was getting out of high school and maybe wanted to go to college, or if they didn't want to go to college, hey, here are your options as somebody who doesn't want to go to college. But he always like embraced, hey, you can, it'd be best if you go to college. But he would also like bring in like people who were like in his field basically, because he was a anesthesiologist as well as he had other titles under his belt. Um, but he was basically showing that like, hey, there these all these things are possible if you work hard towards it, and he was a great example for that. So one time in particular, uh, I mean, Booker T really lived in the like he lived in the area. So, but I mean, I didn't know that. But there was one time in particular where we were usually uh he'll come Dr. Dr. King, Dr. William King will schedule for some of us to go to his class, and he would always have a guest speaker. So like on this particular day, like it was a lot of people in this, like we always like went to the library and he would like have it set up in like this classroom. And on this particular day, it was like so many people like in the library. Like this is for all of my Brook people out there, like you remember the library upstairs. Um it was a lot of people like on particular on this day in the library. Like it was just a lot of people in there. And I had no idea. I didn't know. I was just going. So we go into the classroom and bro, Booker T is like right there. I'm like, uh, I I didn't know what I could, I don't, the starstruck stuff started to just, I can't talk. I can't talk. I can't talk. I'm like, bro, you're Booker T. I don't know what to say. Bro, you're right there. And then like, so we sitting in the class and basically he was just explaining like how like the infamous story of how like he got locked up for hanging out with the wrong crowd and being wrong place wrong time. If you don't know Booker T's story, or the beginnings of him before he was this successful professional wrestler, who would go on to win many different accolades and things of that nature. He was like he was hanging with the wrong crowd, and he had they went and robbed a place, and that ultimately got him sent to prison. And if you go back, it's all over the internet. He said it on his podcast before, but he had let us hear that story. But I believe that story was just uh opportune and put there for us to let us know, like, hey, bro, don't mess up your opportunity. It's basically the same thing that Dr. King would always tell us each and every time we would like go into this open class discussion with him. He would just tell us, hey, there's a lot of possibility for you. There's different ways to succeed, and just don't waste your opportunities or mess up your opportunities. And that is how I met Booker T. And I'm so mad that like back then that was like in 2000, and I was like I believe that was 2009. I believe that was 2009. I was like a sophomore, or I believe I was a freshman or something like that. The thing that made me mad is that I never actually got to get like a real picture with him. I had like a flip phone at the time, and flip phone cameras trash. So whatever whatever chance of taking a picture I was gonna take with Booker T, I think like they had like a camera with them and they took a picture, but we never got those actual photos of us standing next to Booker T, which is so weird. I don't understand how that didn't happen. They was telling us we was gonna get shirts with our picture on it and everything like that, but it never happened. They lied to us. They sold us a dream. But anyways, yeah, that's the first time I met Booker T. The next time I met Booker T, because like I said, I lived in this area. This is the Friendswood, that's that southeast area. This is Friendswood, Webster, that area. I lived in that area, so I dang near grew up in that area. So it was the next time I would see him is like he had like a he hosted wrestling events, and I actually went to a wrestling event for his I don't want to mess up the name of the federation. I believe it was at that time PWA still. I don't know if he was calling it the Row or Reality of Wrestling. I'm not sure. Please don't give me hate comments for me saying that. I'm not, I'm just trying to make sure I get out all the names, because he, his company went through different name changes. So at this time, I believe he was calling it the Row, and I met him, and then I met Queen Charmel as well. And bro, you thought I was starstruck like when I met Booker T the first time, bro. When I met Queen Charmel, bro, like I was like, I couldn't move. Like I was just like, she like waved at me. I'm like, and I didn't say nothing. I just like stared at her. I wasn't trying to be weird or nothing like that, but just like, bro, I used to watch y'all on TV and y'all like right here in my face, like, bro, y'all was part of my childhood, like, dog, like, y'all right here in my face, like, wow, like, bro, I don't know how to be right now. I don't know how to be. You feel me? But yeah, man, that is the first and second time I met Booker T, and he was totally chill human being when I met him.